Okay, so what we're going to be doing here is called system of, actually let's do substitution first. I'm sorry. The beginning of this video is going to be very confusing to you. Okay, system of equations, substitution. Now, first, what is a system of equation? A system of equation are two or more equations within a graph. We will be dealing with only two equations and with only two variables, meaning it's just two lines on a graph. The answer to one of these, alright, is where they cross. For example, the answer to this one would be this point right here at 1, 3, because that's where the two lines cross. Now, it's not always easy to tell exactly where the point is. So graphing is not always the best method. So there's two different methods that we use. It's called substitution and elimination in order to solve for these problems. Substitutions first. So, what is substitution? Well, substitution is a way of saying it like this. We have a letter here that's by itself, it's y. And we have another side right here that's 3x minus 4. What is an equal sign? Well, I can say an equal sign just means equivalent to. So if I said the word big is equivalent to large. Okay? If I said big is equivalent to large. If I made the statement a big truck just ran a red light, it'd be okay to also say a large truck just ran a red light. These two words are interchangeable, meaning that I can replace one with the other. Just like here, y is interchangeable with 3x minus 4. Meaning if I see a y in another equation, like this one right here, I could replace it with 3x minus 4. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So your steps are, step 1, substitute in. So we're going to substitute in this 3x minus 4 for this y. So in the case, this thing right here. So it's going to become 5x. Notice, I'm just going to rewrite this entire problem, but instead of writing y, I'm going to write 3x minus 4. Minus 4 times 3x minus 4 equals negative 5. So notice how the 3x minus 4 replaced the spot of the y. Step 2. Distribute. Okay, what we're going to do now is distribute this negative 4 to the parenthesis. So we're going to rewrite the 5x. Negative 4 times a positive 3 becomes negative 12x. Negative 4 times a negative 4 becomes a positive 16. Last step, or not last step, next step, step 3. Combine like terms. My only like terms here are 5 and negative 12, so I'm going to take 5 minus 12, which is negative 7x plus 16 equals negative 5. Step 4. What you do here is you just solve. So you have negative 7x plus 16 equals negative 5. You subtract that 16, negative 7x equals negative 21. Then you just divide by negative 7. Get x equals 3. Now we're almost done, but we're not quite out of the woods yet. Our last step is step 5. We just figured out the x value of the point where they cross. Now we got to figure out the y value. To do that, we go back to the original and we plug that 3 in for x. So I'm going to take y equals 3, instead of writing x, I'm going to write another 3, so it's going to be 3 times 3 minus 4. 3 times 3 is 10 minus 4, so the answer is 6, or not 6, I'm sorry, 3 times 3 is not 10, it's 9 minus 4. I don't know what I was thinking there. It's 5. So the answer is y equals 5, x equals 10, or we just write the parentheses 3 comma 5. Same idea over here. Step 1, we're going to substitute in for x this time 2y plus 9. So there's the x equals, so it's going to become 6 times 2y minus 9 minus 2y equals 24. So all I did was take this x and replace it with 2y minus 9, or plus 9, sorry. Step 2 is to distribute, so it becomes 12y plus 54 minus 2y equals 24. Combine like terms, 12 and 2 becomes 10y plus 54 equals 24. Next is to get rid of this 54 by subtracting 54. Subtracting 54, so that's 10y equals negative 30. Then we divide by 10. Divide by 10. Y gives us negative 3. Finally, we take this, you plug it back in for this y, and you figure out what x is. So x equals 2 times negative 3 plus 9, or x equals negative 6 plus 9. Finally, just x equals 3. So the answer here, if we write this in parentheses, would be 3 comma negative 3. That is the point at which these two lines would intersect. Okay? If you understand it, pause it, do the next two. If you don't, then just pay attention to the next two, and I'm going to go over it all over again. Okay? Okay, so we have y by itself. So that means we're going to take this y and replace it with 2x minus 3. So step 1, plug in. Plus 2 times 2x minus 3 equals 8. Step 2, distribute. Becomes 3x plus 4x minus 6 equals 8. Combine like terms. Becomes 7x minus 6 equals 8. Solve. So we add 6 to both sides. So it becomes 7x equals 14. Divide by 7, divide by 7. X gives us 2. Then our last step, plug back in. So this 2, it's going to go plug back into that. So it becomes y equals 2 times 2 minus 3, or y equals 1. So our solution is 2 comma 1. Next one, x is by itself, so its equivalent is 3y plus 2, so that means if I see an x, I can replace it with 3y plus 2. So this x becomes a 3y plus 2, so it's going to be 4 times 3y plus 2 minus 3y equals 17. Distribute. 12y plus 8 minus 3y equals 17. Combine like terms. Be 9y plus 8 equals 17. We solve. So subtract 8. Subtract 8. 9y equals 9. So then we divide by 9 on both sides. Y gives us 1. Last but not least, plug back in. X equals 3 times 1 plus 2, or x equals 3 plus 2, x equals 5. So my answer is 1 comma 5. Or actually, sorry, 5 comma 1. So I want you to try the try the worksheet. If you don't understand it, let me know if what else I can do to help. Thank you.